the foundation of neurotyping is what we often call anxiety. What I really mean by anxiety is simply that your brain is firing so fast that you feel that you're losing control of your thought process. What happens is, okay, your brain, you can do two things with your brain. You can excite it and you can inhibit it. When you are exciting your brains, your neurons are firing faster. The more excited it becomes, the faster your neurons are firing. Now, the main neurotransmitters involved in nervous system excitation are dopamine and adrenaline. Now, when you are exciting your brain, you are thinking faster, you are reacting faster, your muscles can contract with more force, and you are more competitive, you are more confident, okay? Now, if you start to go in the extreme, you excite it too much, these qualities become negative because they become also excessive. So thinking too faster becomes I'm thinking too fast or I'm thinking too much. The people who are freaking out. The extreme example of thinking too much is paranoia. You are creating scenarios in your brain that are not true. But your brain is so efficient because it's firing so fast, you actually believe those scenarios. Because your brain is very powerful at making you believe it's the truth. Now, reacting faster becomes overreacting. Someone just walks behind you and you jump like this, okay? It's a protective mechanism. When your brain is firing super fast, I'm in defensive mode. I'm in self-protection mode. So you're reacting much faster and much more strongly to potential dangers. Now, increase in muscle strength potential become increase in muscle tightness. Your muscles become tight. That's why people who are, I'm under lots of stress, while they always report like pain in the middle of their shoulder blades, in their neck, in the trap area, because these muscles become tight because of the anxiety, because the nervous system is firing so fast that not only your muscles are contracting more strongly, they are actually keeping contracted, staying tight, increasing muscle tone. Same thing with the hip flexor. The people have problem with the lower back problem. Oh yeah, it's because your hip flexors are tight. Yes. But it's not because the hip flexors themselves are tight mechanically. It's because you are constantly under stress with the nervous system always being firing up and your flexor muscles become tight. So your hip flexors become tight and you have low back pain. It comes from the anxiety, not just the mechanical problem with the hip flexor. So that's what anxiety really is. Your brain is firing so fast that you're losing control. That's why when you have what we call a panic attack, you literally feel like you are losing control of your brain, like your brain is going too fast for your body. And it feels really bad. I have had it happen to me. My wife had it. And people who are like that simply lack the capacity to calm their brain down when it gets overexcited. It comes from a lack of the inhibitory neurotransmitter, the neurotransmitter that will calm down the nervous system when it gets too amped up, serotonin or GABA. Serotonin brings you back to the optimal level for what you want to perform right now. GABA just brings you back down as much as possible. So someone with a high level of serotonin or GABA can easily calm themselves down. And because of that, they will very rarely suffer from anxiety. They don't overthink. They are great under pressure because they never reach that zone where they are outside of the optimal performance zone. But someone who is more prone to anxiety, someone who has low serotonin and low GABA, these people will have more phobias. These people will have a hard time calming their brain down. So they need that routine. Like when someone is introverted, when someone is routine-based, they always try to do things the same way at the same time. It's only a strategy to avoid creating more anxiety. When someone does not like to try new things, it's a protective mechanism by their brain to avoid doing something that might be anxiety producing. So that's why we have people who are introverted. They don't want to connect with other people because they have that bubble around them that they want to protect themselves with. They also don't want to try new things because they don't want to create anxiety. So when you have someone who's anxious, it's because they lack the neurotransmitter to calm their brain down. Example, my wife, she depleted she started having anxiety attack, and she never has. And then we supplemented with GABA and 5-HTP to increase GABA and serotonin, and she stopped having panic attack instantly, showing that she was having problem with those neurotransmitters. So you have to understand that, because knowing why some people are anxious, why some people are not anxious, it will help you understand how some people will respond to stress, how some people can train more often, how they can do better with training and competition. So in several of the capsules of neurotyping, utilizing that information will come in handy to understand the more advanced concepts. So make sure you understand it properly.